Hello everyone. Today we are making Animalis, or an animal base. This base was found in a Givaudan patent in the 80s, and I'll post a link to that patent. But Animalis, if you're unfamiliar, was a very popular cinnamon base that was used in the 70s and 80s, and it is just it's a funky animalic base, hence the name Animalis. Now, I have the formula here in my Formulaire app. I had to make one substitution. I don't have amber dodecane. I have amber wood F, which is also known as amber decane. So I swapped that in. Everything else I have completely. So we're going to make a 5.5 gram formula today, batch, 5.5 gram batch, and it's going to be at a 10% dilution. And I am looking forward to smelling this. What we are going to start off with is the base notes. We're going to save the two funky animalic notes for last: indole and paracresyl phenylacetate. Both of these are pretty intense, but we are going to start. Let's start with our woods, per usual. I mean, let's start with our woods and our musks, and we'll add to that. We're going to start with Sandella 85. Now, Sandella 85 is 85% of a sandalwood molecule, 15% IPM. I probably, since this particular formula just says Sandella, maybe I should have adjusted this so that I got, 100, basically 100 parts of Sandella, not 85, but that's okay. All right, so we are going to start with, I way overdid it. I way overdid it. Luckily, this is my first ingredient, so I can pull a good bit out. We want 0.1. Come on. Here we go. All right. 0.1 Sandella. Next up, cedryl acetate, or acetylcedrine. Another 0.1. Cedryl acetate is a nice, easy cedarwood-like note. Good. And then we've got patchouli. 0.5. 0.5 grams of patchouli. Patchouli, one of my favorite oils, one of my favorite fragrance materials. It can really work some magic. Okay, wonderful. 0.5. Now, I am not going to stop and smell this until we finish with, with all of these. Well, you know what? Maybe let's do this. Let's do the castoreum and ethylene brassylate in a second. Let's do the amberwood, the myrrh, benzoyl salicylate, and benzoin, and then we'll go. So amberwood, which is replacing madrox or madrox, because I don't have that. 1 full gram of amberwood. Amberwood in and of itself is another lovely material. Believe it or not, it's a little ambery. It's a little woody. Reminds me of norlimbinol, actually. It's got like a sharp pepperiness to it. And it certainly helps to lift the formula. All right, myrrh, 0.3 grams. Here I have myrrh oil, not Myrrh oil from Somalia. All right, 0.3. This is nice and dark. There it is. All right. We'll do the benzoin, the benzyl salicylate. We'll do the ethylene brassylate, and then we're going to pause. Let's do the benzyl salicylate. Classic. All right, 0.4. One more. Good. All right. I love the effect benzyl salicylate has on a formula. Even just a drop in a formula can really change it, but overdosing it can just set the stage for your composition. All right, benzoin. Had to adjust the benzoin amount because this benzoin comes already as a 50% dilution. Okay. Benzoin done. Last one. Oh, got a little spilled a drop. Last up, we will do ethylene brassylate. Then we're going to give this a smell, kind of see where we stand. Then we're going to add in some florals, or at least some alpha. Ionone. Beta ionone. I've grabbed the wrong ionone. I don't want methyl ionone. I just need ionone. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Ionone beta. Here we go. Okay, we have ionone beta. We'll have some linaloyl acetate, some aldehydes, some bergamot. Then we'll smell that. Ethylene brassylate, 0.3 grams. Okay. All right, I'm looking forward to smelling this. I always enjoy smelling how things evolve. So we're going to have 3 strips here. No, we'll do 4. We'll do 4 because the first one's going to be basically this base, this easy base. The second one will be the florals. Yeah, we'll just say the tops because we're going to have the ionone, even though that's not necessarily a top note. We'll have the ionone, bergamot, aldehydes, and linaloyl acetate. Then we're going to do indole, a hefty dose of indole, and finally we are going to do paracresyl phenyl acetate. That is definitely a churros-like smell. Okay, so we have our base. Let's give it a whiff. We'll let this chill for a hot second while we get our other stuff in here. 1, 2, 3. All right, 5 more pipettes. Let's start with the beta ionone. Here we have 0.2 grams. Ionones are so common. They are everywhere. Whew. This is wonderful. It's floral. It's fruity. It's, oh, I forgot the castoreum. It's okay. Let's add an intermediate. We'll add the castoreum with those guys. We'll add it before the indole. Okay. Beta ionone, done. Let's do linaloyl acetate. I love linaloyl acetate, especially how it can support clary sage, lavender, some of those aromatics. Spot on, drop. Okay, quickly moving along, bergamot. Who doesn't like bergamot? 0.8 grams in this formula. All right, spot on. You know what? I'm going to smell it here. I'm going to smell, I like smelling the effect of aldehydes on I like smelling the effect of aldehydes on a formulation. Give that a mix, give that a drop. All right, let's smell the base. Patchouli, kablow, patchouli, supported by the benzoin. Cedral acetate just peeking through, and the benzyl salicylate. Again, the salicylates to me almost like splotch out and give like this waxy spread to anything it's added to. Gives it a nice to me it's a floralizer. It makes it a little bit more floral, but in a balsamic fashion. Smell the here we added the ionone, linaloyl acetate, bergamot. Ooh, okay. That's a simple top, but not bad. I'm definitely getting the bergamot and the linaloyl acetate. The ionone is there, but it seems to just support, just to add a little bit of heft to what's already in there. Let's add our aldehydes. Now, there's a pretty good aldehyde dose. We got aldehyde C11 and C12. That's undecanol and dodecanol. 0.2 grams of each at 10%. Don't want to overdose this, though I suppose when we're adding indole and paracressyl phenylacetate, maybe the last thing on your mind is accidentally overdosing aldehydes, because those are some strong materials. All right, aldehyde C12, here we go, 0.2. Done. Give that a swirl. Give that a sniff. Oh. Spill. Spill. This happens. Happens when you're moving fast. When you're accidentally moving fast. So, right. We're going to pause this, get this cleaned up, and then get back to it. Okay, we're back. Cleaned that up. I measured it out. It looks like I lost about a gram. Well, roughly 20% of what was already in there. So I quickly added back roughly 20% of the formula, or what I lost, and we're back to normal. I'm glad that when I spilled that, I had not yet added castoreum, indole, or the paracressyl phenylacetate. because that would be stinky. It'd be very stinky. So we get back to it. I've added the aldehydes. It's interesting how it takes that more kind of edgy core of bergamot linalool acetate and the ionone beta and lifts it up a little bit, rounds it out, smooths it out, and gives it just a nice edge. So now we're going to add the castoreum a bit more slowly, but we are going to add it. So we have roughly 0.3 grams. Now this is castoreum Givaudan. All right. Castoreum added. Give this a shake. We'll smell the addition. Let's let that relax. Next up, we are going to do indole. Here is 0.05 grams. Not much, but indole is strong. Indole is strong. I don't want to spill it. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get it on my hands. All right. So with indole, we have just a few drops. Yeah, that's all we're going to do. Give that a shuffle and a shake. Whew. Strong stuff. Strong stuff. All right, let's go back to the aldehydes. Still getting that bergamot and the linalool acetate with that aldehydic effect on top. Castoreum. Castoreum about overpowers it. Strong stuff. Yeah, that's interesting. That castoreum really overpowers all the other stuff in it. Let's wait on the indole and let's add our paracresyl phenylacetate. Again, just a few drops of this. I'm going to start gluing these caps. I'm going to start gluing these caps to or the cap liners to the caps. 3 drops. Let's see how we do. Just a splash more. That will do. Whew. Boy, that's strong. Definitely an animalic fecal note. And let's cover up this bottle while we can. I've already got a label made for this, so set that here. I'll just keep that here. All right, let's smell it with the indole. Interesting. The indole calms down the castoreum. Wow, that's pretty interesting. At least with castoreum, there's a bright edge to it. Adding a little indole, you get a little indole, but it calms it down. Now, for the last one, paracresyl phenylacetate. Nice. Just a little touch there of animalic, fecal, almost civety note. Wonderful. Well, I will compare that to my Animalid and Animalis Hypo 27 from Cinerome, and soon I'll pick up the Animalis 1745. I think it's 1745. Yeah, Animalis 1745 from Cinerome, and I'll compare, see how they do. But that's nice. That's nice. I think we'll find a use for that. In any case, Thanks for joining, and come back again.